What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I've been extremely busy, as probably most people are in their lives. But I wanted to bring you guys an update because it's time. It's long overdue. So, as you guys can tell, here's the Camaro. No, I'm just kidding. So this car is currently occupying some of my time because I took the job on a few months back with a guy that I met over at Louisiana, doing Steven at Rock Solid Motorsports' cage. It's going to start out as an 850 with like the intentions of going like 25.5, 25.3 with a bunch of other bars. Matter of fact, got a whole bunch of it right here that's about to get started. I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek. I've already got the plates in. Main hoops tacked in place. Torque arm panel is done. I have completed Steven's tubular nose front end conversion on this deal. All chromoly, stuff like that. Got it all done up at Rock Solid Motorsports. So that stuff is done on the front. Today, their focus is, or my focus, I'd say they, is to get the subframe connectors welded up. So if you guys have ever seen Rock Solid Motorsports' subframe connectors that go in the car, they're a pretty sweet deal. And that's gonna be today's objective. Once I get that done, then I can move back into finishing, you know, the cage and getting the bars that's going to go to the floor and connect to those bars and such and so forth. But today's video is not all about the Camaro behind me. I wanted to kind of give you guys an update on my car, where it's at, what the race program's looking like for this year, how much racing I have done, which ain't much, no time, but you know, I wanted to give you guys an idea of what was going on. I've had a bunch of people email me and message me about what's going on with the channel and such like that. So I've just been extremely busy. You know, I PCS'd, which is like a permanent change of station in the military, to a new unit, and you know, trying to stay focused on my son and, you know, getting him through school and stuff like that into the summer. And it's just, you know, keeping up with a lot of things in life, but that's okay. So we've got some time out here getting this thing done. But what I was going to do is I was going to drop you guys a video. You'll see it here in just a moment. I'll insert it into the video where I took the car over to Panama City, the new raceway there, and I think it's called West Florida Motorplex, and it's an 1/8 mile track. They just went through an entire renovation with it, and they had a nice little street class that was over there. And so I entered the car and unfortunately got put out first round. It is what it is, this racing. It was actually my mistake. I got in the tune in the Holly and I set the safeties too low for boost control. So I was turning the car up. I knew I needed to put a little bit of power in it to outrun the guy that I was next to. I knew his car was fast. And when I got in the tune, I upped the boost, made the boost ramp go up a little higher, but I also upped the safeties. Well, apparently I didn't up the safety enough on dome control, because I had two safeties I had it for. In the Holly, you can set safeties for dome pressure as well as boost pressure, and I had them both set. And realistically, like before I go back out for the next event, I'm gonna completely just do away with dome control, not dome control, dome safety on that, and then only have boost pressure, because there's too much fluctuation with dome pressure. Like let's say for instance you're commanding, you know, 30 psi on the dome, and for whatever reason the boost pressure that goes into you know, the pressure that comes out of your bottle or your tank or what have you to the domes could spike a little bit. You could see 40 or 42 or whatever. Well, when that happens is if you've got your safety set at that, it's going to do what you've asked it to do, which is either kill ignition or revert to wastegate spring pressure. And so that happened. You'll see in the video, boom. So I'm gonna quit talking. I'll insert it down below. You guys can take a look and see for yourself. RX-7, Mustang, another Mustang, and the WS6 in my car. So let's see how it goes.
All right, so here's a little Honda RX-7.
Damn. Okay, so as you've seen, basically got out on the guy. Was running pretty hard. Got out there about, I mean, I don't even know, probably 300-400 foot, and nosedive over because it hit boost safety. So lost that race, and then it kind of sucked because he moved into the second round, and then some other classes went through, and by the time that the second round for that class was going to come back up, the dew and stuff had set in that night at the track, and so they didn't even get to run again, and it was like I don't even know, like a $2,000 pot or $2,500 pot. So everybody went home with like $400 or $500, $600, something like that. And so yeah, if I would at least beat him that round, I would have at least been in some money. But that's okay, that's racing. I was happy. The car ran really good, fast. I'm not necessarily going to tell times just because that was a no time class, and the car is doing nothing but getting faster. I will say that in that pass, I'll give you some boost reference numbers. The car was less than 25 pounds of boost, and the car was on less than 13 degrees of timing, total timing. So any of you car guru guys out there, engines or tuners or whatever that follow the channel, you'll kind of understand what those numbers mean to you and just kind of show you how conservative that tune was. I did have all of the boost pretty much ramped in, probably within the 60 foot, all of the boost was in it. So it was doing pretty good. It 60 footed pretty good. I was pretty happy with that. It's definitely gotten room for improvement, but like I said, I'm creeping up on the tune, keeping it safe. So anyway, that's that, guys. Really, I just wanted to give you guys an update. I'm going to be chipping away. I don't really necessarily going to show you step by step on how to install these. It's pretty simple. The back plate goes into where the rear subframe area basically is pinch weld to the body of the car, since it's a unibody car, up near the lower control arm mounts. You'll weld a plate in there, and then the chromoly tubing goes in that plate, goes all the way forward underneath the floor of the car, and it welds into the front area where it then reaches the front suspension and subframe area where the body's at. And so all the pinch weld areas up there, another plate happens. So you weld that plate to a bar, that chromoly tubing goes forward, it welds into the secondary plate, and obviously once it's all like in place and tight and welded in place, it's a very well thought out, good subframe connectors. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna actually be moving to these on my car as well in the future. I'm not necessarily putting it on the front of my list because my car already has subframe connectors, but it's just like your old school traditional like bolt-in style from like UMI. So I mean, the car's working at the moment, but eventually I want to move to this because they're lighter, they're a little stronger, they're less complex. You know, whenever I further the cage in the car, it will eventually tie into that subframe connectors, and so on. So, but I wanted to give you guys a channel update. I know it's been a while. I've been extremely busy. And I absolutely will do some filming on the next time I go out with the car. That class, that day, the clip you just seen was basically just a spur of the moment. Hey, the car will fit the credentials. Let's go jam it in there. And I didn't quite know exactly what it was going to do because we're still kind of, I mean, every time I go to the track, I'm like, I'm getting faster with the car. I'm still testing. It's not proven, you know, and so I'm still playing with shock adjustments and stuff like that. So, but yeah, guys, that's really it. I know it's just me talking, a little bit of clip of the car running and what's going on with the car here. But basically that's it. I wanted to give you guys an update. People's been asking, and I will try to get back to the track soon. I don't know when. It's starting to get hot, as you guys can tell. I'm sweating my ass off in the shop here, garage. I mean, I think it was like 90 something degrees today here in Florida. So I have been sitting in front of the fan and I'm still sweating. So, and I haven't even really got started yet. But that's that, guys. I appreciate you guys viewing the channel. Thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one. So thank you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like the video if you do, and you'll get to see some more progress to the car. All right, thanks, guys. See you next time.